All right, friends, we are going to do some bales today, and I have this kind of thing I like to do when I make bales, and especially for this particular piece that I'm going to be working on. I like to find long skinny scraps, and it doesn't matter, you know, much. You just try not to overthink it, because if you overthink it, sometimes you ruin it. But I like skinny, long and skinny. We're going to do something really cool. So this is basically it. So let me show you how to do these, and they're so fun. What I do is I decide which one's going to be the middle one. And it's usually the big strong one I try to do in the middle. And then I just get these and I bend them in arcs. Kind of like this. And then I get another kind of long one and I bend it like an arc. The outside ones are the bigger, longer circles. And then these inside ones, they can be shorter. And so essentially, we're going to set these up like this. And I'll doctor them a little bit, but... And then even in these inside pieces, like this little guy, and make it more of a archy arc. To get that inside piece, just get a small, get a little arc, kind of more of an acute arc. So that's it right there, friends. We're gonna put some solder onto these, and then we're gonna fold it over where the skinny parts meet, and that's gonna be the bottom of the bale. This part of the bale, this middle part, if you guys can see that. You want it fat on top. You don't always, but I do. I want this one. I want to be fat on top like this, and then kind of skinny down there where it's going to fit in the piece. So we're going to take this over to the soldering block, and we're going to go with that. So we're not going to second guess ourselves too much. We're not going to think too hard, because sometimes the more you think, sometimes you can talk yourself out of stuff, you know. I was watching this video the other day, and they were talking about how people that are too smart never become rich, because they're constantly analyzing the situation, and they analyze their way out of opportunities because they overanalyze. But if you're not very smart, you just go for it and you achieve, because you don't give yourself a chance to chicken out because you're too dumb. All right, friends. I hope that wasn't offensive. When I said you're too dumb to chicken out, I think I'm kind of mostly speaking for myself, because I know that I'm sometimes too dumb to chicken out. I'm just going to pick this up and see if I can get as much as I can. Okay, so we are going to use our tools not like a Neanderthal. I was always taught Neanderthal, not Neanderthal, but some people's kids, man. Okay, here we go, Neanderthals. We're just going to give this a little bendage right there, friends. Keeping it groovy like a drive-in movie. Always going, never slowing, friends. This is how we do it. What kind of music do you guys listen to? Did you listen to growing up? Are you guys hip-hop generation? Are you guys rock and roll? I like classic rock and roll. You know who I've listened to a song yesterday that I really like? Is, and he actually lived here in Colorado, here in Western Colorado, actually, in Crawford, Colorado. Joe Cocker. Joe Cocker, man, I can't remember what song we were listening to on the radio yesterday, but it was so bluesy. I don't know something about these rectangle kind of shapes, because I'm going to want it to bend a certain way, and it might bend out of its character. This one's really groovy because it has ridges on it. Look at this guy. This guy's was all bent up, but look at how gnarly that looks. How cool is that? The gods are smiling. gods are smiling upon, and then I screw everything up that I work for. All right, JuanitosVille, after playing Operation for about, feels like the past 10 minutes, we are finally ready, man. I got this looking like it looks like an eye, doesn't it? Pretty cool looking, friends. So we are going to get you in on this action, and we're going to start off with some flux. By me handling these, I wonder if I got Kentucky Fried Chicken grease that I had for breakfast. You know, because I had a family bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken for breakfast. I wonder if I got grease on it, but we're going to just hope not. All right, friends. I'm going to show you kind of how I do this. I did this yesterday pretty successfully. And you know how you do stuff when no one's watching. You're like, I am going to show JuanitosVille this process because it's so fun and it's so cool. So first I'm going to put some solder. And these little honeycomb soldering blocks are notorious for little balls of solder just falling in that hole. So what I've learned is to use the very, very edge to put my solder pellets. So when I ball them up and then use them for pick soldering, then they don't fall into the little holes. And I could have done this the whole time. I just learned this. And it was only because I just like took the time to look close and I'm like, you know what? I bet I could just... All right, friends, here we go. I put the flux already on it. I have my pick right here. I'm going to grab a ball. I need to probably generally heat this whole thing. Let's do that. Let's go like this. Get general heat on the whole thing. So everything is at a temperature that will be conducive to solder wanting to act right. Okay, the solder is starting to act right, but it didn't stick right there. That's okay. That's why we have these solder pellets right here, friends. How did it solder my pick? What the hell? That was weird. That never happened before. It soldered my pick to the piece. I must have solder on the pick. Clean your pick, guys. Let's move down the line here. I think it's a dirty pick issue. I'm gonna clean my pick because my pick's actually really unfortunate. All right, hot shots, here we are. I cleaned the tip of my pick. Can you see that? Let's see if it, let's generally heat this up again. I don't like the way this one is right here. I'm gonna try to get this one to move. So I might need my tweezers. That's what I want. Okay. Okay, we're here. I'm gonna move that solder right over here. Get that. I think I got that. If you just look very closely, you can see exactly what you're trying to do. Sometimes that happens. We're not really looking for perfection here. We're looking for effective connecting of the solder. So this one's not touching. I got all the joins legit except for this one. And that is going to require a piece of solder right there, and then a squeeze right at the opportune time. I want to heat up this opportune squeeze right at the right time. Okay, it melted, but I don't know if it fell in love. Did it fall in love, friends? It did fall in love. Okay, guys. So that's it. I'm sorry that took so long, but I really wanted you to see what it takes to achieve this style of look. It takes a little bit of patience, but look at that, guys. That is going to be the bail. We're going to trim this off. We'll just do this. We don't spend too much time second guessing ourselves. We just go wham, bam. This off right here, bam, and then cut that off right there, bam. Okay, that is on there good, and if anything pops, we'll deal with it. So at this point, friends, I have you guys with me. I'm not going to hold back for you guys. We're going big. We do it too big. Okay, so we got that. Now, this might be, I've never made a bezel or a bail this kind of hardcore before. This is the most hardcore bail I've ever made, but we're gonna, basically what I do is I just put it on this mandrel and I give it a bend. And I kind of look again and just see, make sure I'm in the middle-ish. And then we just give it the old wrap around. Dude, this is an epic bail. So then we just kind of work it so that it meets right here. That's what it's looking like, and that is looking cool. So we're gonna work with a little bit of this right here. We're gonna get file these edges right here, file right in there, so that they want to come together like happy campers. And then that's the bail. We're ready to set that. Slide it through your hole, and then solder this. And then you have this really cool original bail made from scraps. All right, you crazy party animal teenager Wile E. Coyotes out there having too much birthday cake at the birthday party, are we? Oh, buddy. No limitations, friends. 2 pieces of birthday cake, and I want the centerpiece. All right, we're gonna go right here. We're gonna go. You know what's creepy at birthday parties? When they have the pictures of the kids' faces on the birthday cake, and then you gotta cut through their face. That's gross. It's weird. It's creepy. But sometimes weird and creepy is cool, friends. Okay, where's my solder pick? Oh, of course, over here where I don't need it. We're gonna attach this this bail, guys. I got my tweezers. Easily accessed. I'm going to put some action right here on this bad boy. Trying to get it nice and toasty. And then I'm going to solder this piece right here into a ball. Here we go. We're going to get this. We're going to start to just look at it. We're going to fill it. Okay, that landed right on there, but I don't think it got to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Okay, guys, this is kind of a big bottom of a bail, so I'm not really trying to be too. Jeez, I dropped that. I'm not trying to be too conservative with my solder here, guys, because oh man. I want this to all become one. Right here. I can file later if there's a little node. I can file the node down, friends. I think that's feeling pretty dandy. We're gonna go ahead and give it one of these numbers. Let's get it kind of a little bit feeling dandy again. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I saw that just slowly close on itself. Alrighty, JuanitosVille, we are here, and this is the bale that we worked on, and look how ornate, is that a big word? How ornate that looks. Very solid. I did this like rough kind of liver of sulfur polish on the back, and it's pretty cool. And I just want to let you guys know, I'm really sorry, but please don't judge me, but this is the piece that this is for. I know that's creepy, but you guys don't know about the riffraff I hang around with, friends, but this is what we do sometimes. Sometimes we go for it. This is epoxied in. This is a doll face, and yeah, this is kind of a creepy piece. And it's almost as creepy as the birthday cake reference I made earlier. But yeah, this is it, guys. This is the bale. This is not about this. It's about the bale. So, friends, go out there and have fun with scraps. Have fun with, and you can do this with round wire or half round wire, and you can make it as beautiful and symmetrical as you want. But the key is torch control, heat control, placing your solder, taking your time. And that's the key. So you can make it look kind of creepy like this, or you can make it look as elegant as you'd like. It's really up to you as the artist. But that's it, guys. So as always, if this has any value to you, please subscribe and join JuanitosVille. Come out and do jewelry adventures with us. We're constantly kind of pushing the envelope and exploring and pushing our own skills and always practicing, always getting better, guys. We're all trying to get better out here in this cruel, cruel world. So, yeah, thanks, guys, for joining, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.